Virgo, welcome back to Tune Into Tarot, and today we'll be diving into the month of December 2021. For anyone with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Virgo, this reading is for you. So without further ado, let's tune into tarot for the month ahead. So the energy of our recent past for Virgo is showing up as the Five of Swords. And this is a conflicted energy. It's a situation where there may have been some tension, whether it was in your workplace or in a relationship or within yourself, a family dynamic, a friendship, wherever it showed up in your life, there was some kind of conflict, tension, and you were unable to come to a resolution or an agreement or a compromise. And so people felt like they had to walk away, or things just felt very stagnant, or like you were in a stalemate of some kind and just kind of stuck. That's the energy of the recent past. But moving into the first week of December, it is showing up as the Tower reversed. And this can reveal a near miss. So it could have been a dangerous situation that you narrowly escaped. Like, I don't know, a car accident or your house burning down or some kind of injury that could have happened, but for whatever reason, you narrowly escaped. So that's a good thing. The Tower reverse, though, can also indicate a resistance to a change or an ending that really needs to happen, but you're not letting it. And as we move into the second week of December with the Knight of Wands reversed, this can either be an energy where you're lacking in sort of vigor and strength and desire, motivation and fire and creativity. It's like you're sort of feeling under the weather or a little bit lower energy. But it can also indicate someone who is only in it for sort of the passion and the sex and the romance. They're not even the romance really, just like simply using sex for intimacy. Someone that's not in it for the full breadth of a relationship, someone who comes and goes and only shows up when they want something or want sex, and then they leave in the interim, they kind of ghost you. So this is showing up in your second week. Again, it can just mean a lack of energy, but it also could indicate somebody who is only providing you with a very narrow scope of commitment. So keep that in mind. And then moving into the third week of December, Virgos, we've got the Queen of Cups reversed. So this can indicate someone who's closed off emotionally. This could be the same person who's not only in it for just the sex, but also closed off emotionally from a commitment. It could indicate you who may be closed off emotionally or frustrated or very sensitive, like hyper emotional or hypersensitive. So maybe whatever has been unfolding in the first half of December is creating a lot of tension, a lot of dis-ease within you, a lot of upset and sensitivities and emotionality. And so you may be just very reactive and not very logically responding to things, that you're not thinking in a way that's mentally sound. You're sort of overcome with your emotions and very reactive. If someone's only in a relationship for the physical part or using sex for intimacy and closed off emotionally, like, you don't really want to be with that type of person, do you? I wouldn't, but I guess we all have different needs. I'm thinking that this relationship needs to end between the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups reversed. But then the Moon reversed comes in this last week of December, and it's creating even more confusion and murkiness and cloudiness and nebulousness around this situation that needs to end, that you're resisting the ending of. It's difficult to navigate the holidays in a relationship that you know needs to end or is going to end, but for whatever reason, you're just kind of eking it out this last little bit. Yeah, that's tricky. Sometimes though, with the Moon reversed in a more positive light, is it can bring some easing to some mental illness or mental fixations, or like anxiety or depression. You can feel kind of a reversal of that mental anguish. You can feel a lightening or an easing of that. So that's a positive thing. I feel like if you do, regardless, anytime you end a relationship, it can bring about some heartache and, emotional things you need to process, emotional turmoil that needs to be sorted through. But I do sense that really you're resisting a change or an end that needs to come to a close. And if you do move forward with that, I feel like you'll avoid a lot of the frustrations that may otherwise present themselves, and that by the end of the month, you'll actually feel a lot lighter and clearer and mentally balanced and emotionally balanced versus feeling just overwhelmed with emotions and sensitive and frustrations and that kind of things. I will say that if you're a Virgo and this does not resonate with you at all, definitely check your rising sign reading and your moon sign reading, because those may be more relevant, okay? Because I'm a Virgo and I'm just looking through this and I'm like, okay, this doesn't really apply, but I'm trying to think if the Tower were like, what in my life needs to end that, I'm not gonna like dissect this on camera, but just so you know, check your rising and your moon sign, not just your sun sign, because you may find that the rising and moon may resonate even more with your life than your sun sign. Especially if you were born at night, the moon sign actually will resonate more with you, especially if you're a woman. The rising is, I think, even more relevant just because it's kind of who you show up to other people with. The sun is more like at your core, who you are underneath, but really the rising and the moon can be very accurate as well. So check that. The final word of wisdom from Oracle: first breath, beginner's mind. When the first breath card shows up for you, it is time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There is nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. There is no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage to get to where you are now. Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination. Even if it is a familiar place you have come to many times before, try to experience it as if for the first time. For you are renewed, and the old you is no longer your concern. Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming what you see and experience. That situation that was so difficult only a few days ago, just be with it and breathe. You have already gone beyond it, have overcome and resolved it. Resolve this 5 of Swords maybe, this conflict. Even if no one else realizes this yet, soon enough they will, as you move on. Do not squander the power of first breath, giving the old narrative mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Use it for new beginning, to animate a world you can play and create in. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of the word. So Virgos, I hope that you found some insights and guidance for your month ahead. If so, please comment below. Let me know how your month unfolds. Like this video, share it with any of your Virgo friends, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for being here, and I will check in with you next month. Take care.